What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Bray Wyatt exclusively on one brand, Triple H wants another ex-WWE wrestler, Matt Hardy updates fans on Jeff Hardy, sad news for Mandy Rose, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now top story looks at Bray Wyatt exclusively on one brand. At top of today's news is a story on, well, wait for it, yep, Bray Wyatt. While as fans riot about Wyatt, news is coming in from PW Insider that Wyatt's new home will be SmackDown. As we mentioned in our previous news video, the WWE dropped hints that Bray would be on this week's SmackDown and it may be his home for the near future. However, we recommend fans take a wait and see approach when it comes to Wyatt. Keep in mind that there's heavy speculation that Wyatt is going to assemble a group of wrestlers to portray his Firefly Funhouse characters, and you can check out our recent video on who could play the Wyatt Six. If so, Wyatt may spread his insidious influence across one or more brands. As fans have repeatedly seen, the WWE has no problem bringing in wrestlers from other brands, and in light of Wyatt's popularity, it's difficult to imagine the WWE not putting Wyatt on whatever show needs his magic touch. It's also possible the WWE Network's partners at the USA Network and Fox will want Wyatt, forcing the WWE to spread the love. What do you guys think? Should Bray Wyatt be on the blue brand, the red brand, or both? Should they even consider having him on NXT? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, The Rock says he's head of the table. There's some big words from an equally big man, as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently declared himself the head of the table. Johnson was making the rounds to promote his new film Black Adam when he let a reporter know what's what. Andrew Ravens of WrestlingNews.co reported that the People's Champion was asked who is the head of the table by a reporter from E! News. The Rock replied, "Who is the head of the table? Without saying any names, you're looking into his eyes right now." According to Ravens, The Rock tried to downplay any chance he'll be at next year's showcase of the Immortals. "I'm not confirming that at all. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get a text from him after he watches this. I love the idea of a WrestleMania. I'm close to a lot of people there, but I'm very close to one in particular who we've talked about this. There are so many variables that come into play. I'm a fan because I'm a promoter at heart. I'm a fan of promoting an event and what that could be. I love WrestleMania. I love that word." While a Rock vs Roman match at WrestleMania 39 has not been confirmed, some fans think it's a lock, which may explain why so many tickets were sold for the show when it went on sale. For now, fans will have to play the waiting game when it comes to a potential dream match between two of the biggest stars of two respective generations. One thing is certain, if the two are wrestling, the WWE will do everything possible to keep things secret until they're ready. Still, comments like these will have fans wondering whether the WWE is setting the stage for arguably the biggest Mania match since The Rock battled John Cena. Next up, Matt Hardy updates fans on Jeff Hardy. And how is Jeff Hardy doing as he deals with the fallout from his DUI arrest last summer? Well, Matt Hardy appeared on the Busted Open Radio podcast recently, and it sounds like things are going really well for Jeff. He seems to be doing really well. The conversations I've had with him have been really good, and the most important barometer, I think, of all these things is that his wife Beth is super happy with his progress and where he's at in life. This is obviously fantastic news for fans, and we hope that it's the start of some better days for Jeff Hardy. Next up, a SmackDown superstar working in NXT. A good news for Toxic Attraction and bad news for NXT superstar Alba Fry, who's been setting her sights on Mandy Rose's NXT Women's Championship. She just defeated Toxic Attraction's JC Jane when she was attacked by a fan in the stands. But this was no fan, this was Sonya Deville, former BFF to Mandy Rose. Deville and Toxic Attraction's JC Jane and Gigi Dolan delivered a 3-on-1 beatdown on Alba, including a triple powerbomb through a table. Later that night, Deville addressed her rough patch with Mandy Rose in 2020, as the two former tag team partners split up, with Rose defeating Deville in a loser leaves WWE match at SummerSlam. Deville said she and Rose are still friends, and if Gigi and JC are standing by Rose's side, that's good enough for her. Deville will face Alba next week on NXT, just days before she challenges Rose for the NXT Women's Championship. Hopefully Deville can find success on the black and gold brand, much as Mandy Rose did when she jumped there from Raw, eventually winning the NXT Women's title and forming Toxic Attraction with JC and Gigi. Deville's in-ring career has been stagnant since she stepped away from her on-air role as an authority figure alongside Adam Pearce. But as we noted in past videos, it appears that WWE is trying to build interest in NXT by featuring guest appearances by main roster stars, as well as putting roster stars on NXT for extended runs. As we're about to see, it looks like fans could see NXT superstars making guest appearances on the main roster, as an NXT superstar is headed there. WWE is also trying something different with the feud between former NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. The two are working a storyline where each one is going to the main roster to find an opponent for their nemesis to wrestle. Cora Jade is scheduled to visit Raw in order to find her champion, while Perez is heading to SmackDown for hers. The two will square off at NXT's Halloween Havoc special on Saturday 22nd October. Next up, WWE bringing back Chelsea Green. Are they bringing Chelsea Green back? Well, that's the latest signing rumor going around, as WrestleVotes recently tweeted, "I'm told another name WWE has significant interest in bringing back is Chelsea Green. I would think if a deal is offered, it's for the main roster. Time will tell." Now, you may recall Chelsea, who was married to former WWE superstar Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, was brought up to the main roster in 2020 only to suffer a broken wrist. Green was released in 2021 and worked in Ring of Honor. Chelsea works alongside her husband in Impact Wrestling. Next up, Triple H looking at signing even more wrestlers. Is Triple H suffering from the same horde of mentality plaguing AEW president Tony Khan? Well, how else to explain the game's signing spree ever since he took over in the WWE's creative and talent acquisition departments? Just when fans think Triple H has signed every available free agent, more names pop up. In this case, former NXT superstars Mia Yim and Bronson Reed. Dave Meltzer even recently brought up their names. Do you think the game should sign any more wrestlers? Well, there are many talented wrestlers out there, including NXT superstars that Triple H apparently feels weren't properly utilized on the main roster. How much room is left for so many superstars? Is Helmsley going to trim the roster or keep it bloated? If that happens, will the WWE face the same problem as AEW in trying to find TV time for its wrestlers? Next up, Aliyah updates fans on her injury. Now, Aliyah is updating fans on a recent injury. Aliyah won the vacant WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Raquel Gonzalez, recently posted this on Instagram. It's been a month, so here I go straight from the horse's mouth. I have to say my last match was probably one of my most favourite. I would like to thank my tag partner Raquel and Damage Control and everyone involved. Yes, I got injured mid-match, however I have this overwhelming gratitude towards the incident because I feel like it pulled out a version of me that I never knew existed. Keep going, I remember thinking. I never get opportunities like this one. Another voice in my head screamed. Aliyah added that I'm gonna keep going and keep showing out. The emotions and energy I was feeling in the moment truly lit up inside me and I felt indestructible in that moment. Yes, with an elevated first rib and Achilles sprain and all, I'm very grateful to get to do what I do, and I hope my passion and efforts transcended through your television screen. I don't know what the future holds or when I'll be back, but I just want to say thank you for everyone that has reached out. I really can't wait to get back in the ring. Aliyah and Raquel lost their tag titles to Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai, but since then Raquel Rodriguez has teamed up with Shotzi, who recently turned babyface. We're sending our best wishes to Aliyah for a fast and full recovery. Next up, sad news for Mandy Rose. Now, there is some unfortunate news to share, as Mandy Rose's brother Richard Sacamano has passed away. Rose confirmed the news on Instagram, as the reigning NXT Women's Champion wrote, "I just want to thank everyone who paid their respects for my brother. The last few days weren't easy, but we're so thankful for all our family and friends who supported us in this tragic time and celebrated Richie's life. I know Richie would be even surprised to see how many people cared about him and loved him. Still feels like a bad dream. Rest in peace, Richie. We love you." Now, our thoughts are with Rose and her family at this extremely difficult time. And finally, new tag team competing. Last but not least, Raquel and Shotzi aren't the only new team in WWE. Veteran grapplers R-Truth and Shelton Benjamin have joined forces. Fightful Select is reporting that the two are listed on WWE's internal roster as a tag team. Ringside News noted that the new team competed on main event against NXT superstars Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. This could give both wrestlers a chance to do more than just sit in catering. Ringside News even pointed out how long it's been since either wrestler stepped into the ring. Shelton Benjamin hasn't wrestled on the main roster since June 27, 2022 episode of Monday Night Raw. R-Truth, on the other hand, last competed on the Red Brand in a 6-man tag match on July 11th, 2022. What do you guys think of this new tag team though? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.